Welcome, sir. So I think we had just a brief discussion about people who are trading in options. I think very few of the members here have been trading in futures and options. So as you are the senior member with maximum experience, I think we'll start the discussion with you, and you can lead. Then we will ask our queries and we will also share our experiences if that is okay with you.
Actually, I previously I used to do trading in futures, but since almost 5-6 years, I have stopped trading in futures. Now I'm only in options, and that too only in the option writing. See, I go by the probability of profit. A POP is always higher in option writing, and it is 50% in future trading, and it is hardly 15 to 25% in option buying. So by going by POP, I selected only one segment, that is option writing only. And that definitely helps in generating consistent returns on our capital.
Okay, sir. So you had experimented with all the tools. That is, you had experimented with the futures. Then you had experimented with the option buying also, as I presume. And then over time, you had decided that I will stick with something I can continue for a long time.
Yes, exactly. And that too only in one segment, one instrument only. I trade only in Bank Nifty only. So
Okay.
no Nifty, no stocks. And I will definitely suggest not to go for trading in stock options, because it is majority time there is a problem in liquidity, and sometimes it seems it is manipulated also.
Absolutely, sir. And I heard you in some interview, you said that previously your name used to be Nifty Doctor, and after which you moved from Nifty to Bank Nifty and you changed your name to Bank Nifty Doctor. Can you tell your
Yes, yes.
transition and your initial experience with that?
See, I'm in market since almost 1992.
Oh my God,
When
that's
there was
quite long time.
it was Harshad Mehta boom was there. So during that phase I entered the market, and initially I was doing delivery based. I used to, I will call it's trading, but I was trapped in so many deliveries. It was small cap deliveries, and I used to buy according to the tip from friends, relatives, and everything. But it means I realize it is very difficult to make money by that way. Then there was Ketan Parekh bull market in 2000, which was IT boom. And again, means in initial phase, I made money, but post IT boom, there was a big mandi. And again, I made some losses. Then I realized I used to learn technical analysis, because market works on demand and supply. And I need to find out where is the demand and where is the supply. And then I switched to technical analysis. And by experimenting with so many indicators, finally I settled with RSI and ADX only. RSI is momentum indicator and ADX is trend indicator. And that combination works wonderfully. So since so many years now, I am with these two tools only. And
So
with
how
help
was the
of these two
times
tools,
like, sorry to interrupt, sir. So during the times of Harshad Mehta, like by following the stock tips, were you able to ride the trend till it went 200%, 300%, or you used to sell yearly, book the profits yearly?
no. During that time, there was a big manipulation. There was no online trading.
Okay.
I need to tell to my broker in the morning, I want to buy these shares in this much quantity, and the confirmation will come in the evening around
Okay.
5 or 6 o'clock. I will get a call. Okay, we were able to buy this much shares of your scripts. And whenever we want to sell, again we need to tell to them in the morning, and the confirmation will come in the evening. There was no online trading that time. There was a floor trading. I witnessed launch of NSE in front of me. NSE launch in 1995. Nifty index was also launched in 1995, and then come the derivative trading. There was no derivative trading that time. There was badla trading during those times.
So exactly what happened, sir, in badla trading? Like what happens? Like shorting was allowed for longer duration. Like how was the system like?
So you need to carry forward by means badla trading was beneficial to Mandi people because whenever you want to carry forward the TG, you have to give the badla. Means you have to settle the stock on the Friday, and and the badla will add, and then trade will carry forward on Monday. There was a Monday to Friday cycle was there in BSC.
Okay,
Then
okay,
NSC there in NSC the weekly settlement was on Tuesday. So NSC was from Wednesday to Tuesday, and BSC was from Monday to Friday. And then gradually this derivative trading come, and then we get this system, Friday to Thursday system.
okay. So
So
like you have
it was
seen all the phases.
totally different. It was very different trading during those times.
Okay, because that
Uh,
that would be
we
more
used to
difficult.
see, we used to see, we used to see difference in the price on Friday in NSC and BSC, and difference in the price in between. I mean main scripts like Reliance, State Bank, and Tata Steel on Tuesday also. There was a difference. Means the NSC price was lower and higher prices were in the BSC
So there would
because
be
the
so much arbitrage
settlement.
opportunities.
Yes. It means I was not knowing the word arbitrage also. We were just trading, and it was means it was not easy trading uh, because there was no live charts were available. I initially I was following MACD, so I used to make the MACD numbers on means by on my own by writing the closing price and making the averages and everything.
Okay, okay. This I think you had said in some interview
we,
also
we
about.
used to we used to plot the graph on our own.
Okay, you must have been pretty good in mathematics, contrary to most of the
Yes,
doctors.
yes,
Yeah.
yes,
Okay, sir.
yes, exactly.
Okay. So
But
like,
current system is very good.
yeah, it's very transparent. So the brokers would have made lot of money during those times because even
Yeah.
selling between customers, they can make huge money because of the arbitrage and the price you quote.
Brokers were actually it was market was means it was in the hands of the brokers. We clients were having very few rights. See, if I have told them, okay, buy this stock, and if that same stock, if that same stock rise too much on that day, they will not tell us, okay, we were able to buy your stock. They will buy and they will sell because the confirmation was coming in the evening. So it was all in the hands of the brokers. And the brokerage was also very high. This brokerage came down after the availability of this Zerodha type of discount brokers. Na? Even brokerage was high since means even 10 years back also. Now gradually the brokeraging are coming out down. So that's why I am telling the current system is very good. It is very favorable for retail clients like us.
So actually, the onset of NSE had changed the game for everybody, for the retail at least.
Exactly. Yes.
Okay, that's great to know. So like, so you had land in all the phases of the market with the brokers, with the paper trading, like drawing
And now
indicators by
I'm
hand.
I'm now myself is now a broker. Means I am running my sub brokership firm. So from becoming a client to my transformation from now I'm handling the accounts of people. So now I myself is a sub broker.
Of which
But
company,
see,
sir?
means I'm associated with LKP Securities, and my
Okay.
own firm is Nifty Doctor Securities.
Yes, sir. That I have seen. Like, so who is the broker? I have, sorry, I did miss the name.
LKP Securities, Bombay
Oh,
based company.
okay. Like, are they reliable? Like, because I have not heard the name. Like, this small brokers, like usually many brokers like go like from the market every year. How did you choose this broker, sir, to
No.
be as a broker?
It's a very old broking house, and
Okay.
They have, I think, means more than 5,000 sub brokers they have, but they are
Okay.
more means focused in Bombay and Gujarat more.
Okay, sir. Okay, okay. Leverage? Do they offer leverage now, or they don't offer leverage?
No, I don't believe in leverage.
Okay.
I don't use leverage. Never. I never use leverage.
Okay, that's actually safe. Like brokers, if they don't give
Yes.
leverage, because in the current regime, if they give, like it's more, they are more likely to go bankrupt rather than survive in this current
Yeah,
market.
and they are very strict. They don't allow leverage also.
Okay, sir. How is the charges? Like, are they even cheaper than Zerodha and other discount brokers?
Same. No, no, no. Same. Charges are same.
Okay, but because of the like sub broker and other plans, you chose them instead of like.
Because I means I was more comfortable with them because I was with them since almost 15 years, and the main person who is handling my firm, he is more comfortable with the team of the LKP. So we choose LKP, and it is easy to do the bulk trading with them. So we stick with them.
Okay, sir. So, like in addition to trading your own amount, are you managing people's money or you are allowing them to trade? Both are different, right, sir?
No, means my clients are my friends and family members only.
Mhm.
So they have means I do trading on their behalf.
Okay, okay. That is a huge responsibility. Doesn't it add to the
Yes, yes,
stress?
yes. No. I means I don't have any stress because we go by the system only. And
Yeah,
see, I consider I have taken just 15 days back a lecture also. Trading is actually is meant for doctors, in my opinion, because we deal with uncertainty day in day out. Just 15 days 15 minutes back I completed once LSCS. So there was no planned surgery. Patient came and we were out for means for dinner, and then we rushed to the hospital, completed the cesarean, and now I am with you all people, right? So we are trained to deal with uncertainty. So that is advantage for the medical fraternity, because very few people are trained to deal with uncertainty, and trading is uncertain business. Second advantage for we medical people, we are the fastest decision makers, particularly in emergencies. We used to take fast decisions. And again, these commerce people, these CA people, MBA people, they are not trained to take fast decisions. So in that way, that is an advantage for us medical people to deal in this financial market. Two advantage: we are trained to deal with uncertainty, and we are trained to take fast decisions. These two things helps us definitely. If we go by systematic approach, then we can easily manage this our capital, and we can easily get consistent returns.
that was like great comparison and great insight. Like because in all the trading psychology books, these two traits, like making decision fast. If the market is going against your direction, you have to cut your losses fast and make quick decision and be ready for like
But
whatever the market throws at you. You should be able to make decisions. That was great observation, sir. The way you explain things is like amazing.
no, but it is now in trading we have to conserve the capital. Means for us, capital preservation should be the priority. Same way
Absolutely.
during surgeries, life of the patient, preservation of the life of the patient is our priority, right? And sometimes we take fast decisions to save the life of the patient. So we are trained for that.
Absolutely. The way you compare, I think in one of the interviews, you also compared with the like RSI, like for example, during a dengue season, when the demand for certain kind of patients is high, we should stock those things. So like the way you kind of compare kind of trading with your own discipline, that is good. That also like when you integrate some other thing with your existing knowledge, it's very easy to make decisions fastly. That's like very good. I observed in your previous interviews also, as you explained, like because when this is a particular season, when the RSI is strong, we know that, okay, this sector is in demand, so we should buy those stocks. And when the demand goes down, when the RSI cools off, we just sell off and go. So yeah, it's very easy to listen to such advices, but because you say you have a proper system, so you have everything like noted down, because when you enter, you decide that when the RSI goes to this level, I will exit. Is it so, sir? Do you?
Exactly. Because see, one thing is very fixed, because there will be uncertainty. Means it is certain that there will be uncertainty. So we cannot afford to stick to our opinion. We should love our money more than our opinion, right? So in trading, to be successful in trading, we need to learn to fastest book the losses. We should not focus on the profit part, because return and profit is a byproduct. We just need to learn how to book fastest losses. But that's it. Once we learn these things, then trading becomes very easy. See, majority people are afraid to book losses, and they just hold on to their loss making position. They just roll over their position, and that thinking or that emotional part becomes the trap for them, and then they can't make the money. So that is the simplest thing. Always just focus on the loss, how to book fastest losses. Whenever our position converts into losses, never give a second thought. Just book the losses, make your mind clear, and then focus on the next opportunity. Because opportunities will every minute you will, every hour you will get the opportunity. But once you have freed your capital, then and then you will be able to make the next trade. Otherwise, you will stick. You will be trapped in your those position which you know you need to book, but you are not booking. And majority people, or I think I can say majority, this is the only problem with struggling traders. The difference between struggling traders and the successful traders, in my opinion, is only one thing: ability to book loss. Successful traders book their losses very easily, and struggling traders, they are not able to book their losses. They just hold on to their position, carry forward their position. They just do the arguments in favor of their position only. They will try to find the reasons why they
Absolutely,
are
this
holding that
confirmation
position.
bias. We go to Twitter, we go to
Confirmation
YouTube and find
bias.
all analysis, which is like in favor of our position.
Exactly. They will try to find the news. They will try to search the data in their favor of their position, but they will not book their losses, and that becomes the trap.
Absolutely, sir. And it is very, the likelihood of a losing position going into more loss is higher than the reversal happening.
Means ideally the loss booking means you have to fix your criteria. Means you can't afford in a trading to lose more than 2-3% of your capital in a trade. So if you means that could be, means that should be the one criteria. One should be, if you are trading on the basis of moving average, then you have to fix some moving average like 13 moving average or 21 moving average. If you are trading like me on the basis of RSI, then you cannot hold your long position below 45 RSI, or you cannot hold your short position above 55 RSI. So you have to fix and write down your criteria at which level I will exit this position. And once that criteria meets, don't give a second thought. Just exit the position. And once you exit the position, your mind will be clear, and you will be able to grab the next opportunity.
And the trade also won't be personal. It will be just about the numbers. The market has like moved in a certain direction. So you're just following the system rather than your personal view. That also makes things easy.
Exactly. We can't afford. Means we majority time we should avoid generating our opinion in front of other people, because opinion does not matter. Your position should be in sync with the direction of the market, and market will change the direction any day, any moment. You need to change with the market, and that's trading is that's only. Find out the direction. Sometimes you will need to book losses consecutively because sometimes market is sideways. So many times your consecutive trades will be loss making trades. So what? At one given time, you will be able to get the good return. And overall, you should focus on the monthly or long period returns rather than the return from individual trades. And in that way only we can generate the consistent return. If we
Absolutely, sir.
decide our success by in every trade, and see in means in my experience, my 5 out of 10 trades always ends in the losses. But if I want to make good return, then my losses should be reasonable and my profit should be bigger than my losses. Then and then only I will make money. But
Basically, the
if
risk
in
reward,
that,
you always keep it in your favor so that even if the probability is 50%, you end up with a profit.
exactly. And means why I choose option writing? Because in option writing, the probability of profit is around 75%. But in option writing, the losses are always higher than the premium you receive from your profit making trades. So in that way, I have to means very watchful whenever my option writing position goes against me. Then I have to be very vigilant to book the losses in that trade.
Do you have system stop loss, sir? For example, when you sell itself, like some people keep it as 20%, 30%. So do you have system stop loss in case the NSE has some server issues or other things? So when you take the position, do you have
No,
server?
no,
No.
no. I don't keep system stop loss because my criteria are based on the RSI of the index. So I don't go by the option, but in option I have keep two criteria. I means whenever my because I am a positional trader. So whenever my previous day open option writing position, if that particular option strike is start trading in green, then I become alert. Ideally, every day the theta value will make the option to trade less than the previous day closing, right? And if my option is trading in green, that means the delta is means the direction of the
Absolutely,
index
is
or the
against
vega
you.
value against me. So I should be alert whenever my option start trading in green. That is my first criteria. And I never allow my out of money option writing position to become in the money. Whenever my option writing position becomes in the money, particularly on the gap up or gap down day, I just never give a second thought. Immediately I close my position. Because when once your option writing position become in the money, the delta becomes one. So it just like becomes a future. So
Absolutely. The losses will mount like so fast.
it will be fast, very fast, very fast.
So you keep the delta away and mostly you capitalize on like small delta and mostly like the theta
I
decay.
I I means my criteria is to write option less than 0.2 delta. I generally prefer 0.15 delta.
Okay. And you also said
I
something interesting based on the RSI, like even if you have, for example, strangles with hedges or this iron flyer condor, you have a different percentage of puts versus calls. That I found it very interesting. I think you said in an interview about.
Yes, means my position becomes if the market is non-directional, then it automatically it means becomes strangle option writing. But some suppose the RSI means between 45 and 55 RSI, I used to keep one put writing and one call writing position. Suppose the RSI goes above 55 and it reaches between 55 and 60, then I increase my put writing position. So becomes two put writing and one call writing. RSI reaches between 60 to 65. Then again I add one put writing. So three put writing and one call writing. Above 65, I close the call writing position. I never keep my call writing position above 65 RSI. And above 70 RSI, I add one more put writing. So becomes four put writing position. Same way, below 45, I add one call writing. But below 40 RSI, I don't keep the put writing position open, because whenever market goes negative, the vega increases, and here the put writing position becomes more risky. So I close my put writing position. It means I never keep put writing position below 40 RSI, and I never keep call writing position above 65 RSI. Simple criteria. So automatically my position means I need to do adjustments during the day. But in this way, my ultimate position remains in sync with the market direction. If the market
Okay.
is going up, then my put writing position will rise. If the market is going down, then my call writing position will rise.
That's quite interesting. But in the current volatility, was there a need to revise the strategy? Because you had recently shared that you have changed your time frame from hourly to, I think, 45
70,
minutes. Yeah, that was quite
75, 75 minutes. 75
75
minutes.
minutes. Okay. So, like, because you said that a day can be divided better by 75 than by the hour because of the number of this thing. So, what kind of brought you to this observation, and why did you change?
Because see, in hourly candle, the last candle is of only 15 minutes only. So the disproportionate of time goes in the hourly candle. So our market is exactly of 375 minutes. So that's why I prefer the 75-minute candle. So exactly 5 candles we get in a day. And second time frame I preferred is always 15 minutes, particularly on the expiry day. So again, the 75-minute candle is divided by 5, then it comes 15 minutes. So 15 5 candles mean 75 minutes, 75 minute 5 candles mean daily, and daily 5 candles means weekly. So overall, this whole structure is equally distributed. So that's why I change from 60 to 75 minutes. But you are observing me closely. You know
Yes, sir.
everything about me.
Yes, sir. I observe like all the traders in great detail because we have to see how people are trading. The first part is to learn from people who are doing well in trading. I am like new to the market. It's only like 2 years I have been doing, but I pay more attention to learning rather than actually. I trade sometimes in some months I trade intensively, but when I am busy with
Right.
work, I during the daytime I am busy with my clinical work, and after that, if I don't trade that day, I make sure that at least in the evening I read a little bit about what people are doing. So like, because you cannot trade every day because of the clinical work and this volatile markets, I have been trading less, but I have been like observing you. Even before you joined the group, like I had listened to your interview with Vivek Bajaj when you had explained
Okay.
the RSI, the multi-time frame, and other things. I found it very interesting because your attention to detail was like very amazing, and the way you have made it into a proper system, that kind of like really impressed me. That is how like I get kind of contacted you on Twitter also to join the group, because I felt the new members will like greatly benefit from the wisdom, because there are random traders, but to develop your own system, to then again iterate it based on the changing market conditions, that I felt was like phenomenal level of like intelligence, even so as to say, because even great traders, like they don't change so much, they kind of hold on to their systems, but even after so many years you changed the even the kind of time frame and other things. That was like very very impressive, sir. So I thought like I
No,
should
but
follow you even more closely.
oh, thank you so much. But we need to means we have to adapt whenever we find something. We should means in it again. I will say this is similar to our medical field, because we change, because when I started my practice, we were not doing laparoscopic hysterectomy. We were doing open hysterectomy, and now we are doing laparoscopic hysterectomy. So that again we have adapted the new system. We were not doing sonography. I started my practice in 1993. I passed Gynec 1993. So there were no Doppler during that time. But now we are not managing our patients without Doppler ultrasound, right? So we in medical field also we adapt to the newer technology and newer things and newer medicines. Same way in trading, whenever we find something is required to be changed, then we have to change. But Once you have find out some protocol, some system, fixed system, and if it is generating returns, then I don't believe in changing the systems frequently. I just because in my opinion, in trading, the system is plays hardly a role of 10 or 15%. Main role is psychology only, right? And you also know that part. Everybody knows because all systems ultimately they generate. Some systems works in certain times, some system works in the non-directional times, and some system works in the trending times. So if you have chosen one system, definitely suppose my system is giving less return in last 5-6 months because the market is very volatile and sideways. But I'm not going to change the system in a whole because I know the next whenever the trend clear trend develop in the market, then my system will generate better return. But over a longer period, if you are getting 3-4% per month, then it is more than sufficient. And I'm getting that return since so many years. So I'm satisfied with that part. So I'm not believing the changing the system. Time frame I changed because there was a problem with the hourly RSI levels. And then I find out the reason hourly RSI levels are not in sync with the actual
Volatility.
market direction. Because of the not equal time distributed in the check candles. So I changed to 75 minutes.
So like in Western countries, like what is the exact duration of a full market, like one day, how many minutes, like what is the actual duration
No,
of trading? Okay, because all these
I don't
indicators
know,
were
but
taken from the West. So I was just thinking,
yeah,
like when you have changed based on our market conditions, what were the original conditions in the West when they devised these
no,
strategies? Okay.
I don't know, but most probably in US the market opens at 7 p.m. at our time and it closes at 1:30 a.m. So probably they will also have almost equal time to our times, almost. I think they
Okay.
have 6.5 hours and we have means they have 3:30 minutes and I think we have 3:75 minutes. But I don't know exactly their duration.
Okay. Like really, that was like
I once our market is closed now, I don't see the market.
absolutely, that is like huge waste of time and effort. Like I used to hold some like long-term positional futures and options. Then I felt it was not worth it, even though the returns were phenomenal. But it's like huge pain. You have to track the positions the morning. You have to be ready with the trade plan. Like it was so much effort. Even if there were months I was able to generate say 7%, 10%. But even now I can do, but I don't want to do because it's so much of mental burden. Like even me as a psychiatrist, I
Yes.
feel it's not at all worth it.
Stock futures and stock option is very difficult. It is, in my opinion, it is somewhat manipulated. So it is very difficult to make money, consistent money from there. And it is
Absolutely.
news based also, news based also. So sometimes stock opens 10%, 5% down. You can't do anything. It is not possible for index to open 5% or 10% in a down or up in a single day. So that's why I prefer to stick with index only.
And you also mentioned one specifically that um, every overnight put option is hedged.
Huh. Means
Like
uh, hedging is required in put options more than in call options because in whenever the market is in uptrend, the vega remains low, right? So if you means market is in the uptrend, so generally your open positions will be put writing. But suppose if you have some call writing position also, then I don't hedge that position because the rise in the calls always less because the vega are less, ivs are less. But whenever market is in the downtrend, so generally I used to have call writing position only. But suppose if I have some put writing position and if I have not closed that put writing position, then I will definitely hedge that position with buying the monthly option. What I do, suppose my closing price of my put is around 70 rupees, I means weekly option. Then I will buy monthly option of 70 rupees put. I will not buy the same strike price.
okay, got it. So it's like diagonal, like monthly monthly, like for example, if you get it's like a diagonal calendar. Okay.
Yes. But because whenever the market is in the downtrend, the chances of gap downs or openings are very high. Whenever market is in the strong uptrend, the chances of gap up openings are there, but it is never very big gap up openings. But in market, whenever the bearish market closing is there, then the chances of big gap down openings are very common. So to protect our position, if I am not unable to close my put writing position, then I will definitely go for the hedging.
Okay, that like will improve the safety. So okay, that you answered, because if the market is going against your direction, immediately you will close and exit. There is no need to like
Exactly.
wait whether it changes. Yeah, that like safety is more important than like some marginal profits. If this week goes, we can earn the next week.
Exactly. And once we have closed our position, a loss making position, our mind becomes very open. So we are ready to take the next opportunity. And
Absolutely.
in market, immediately we get the next opportunity. We can write down the call, means we can write down little bit higher delta call writing position also. Suppose if we see market is in the strong bearish, giving very bearish closing, then instead of 0.15, we can go for 0.25 delta also.
Okay.
We
So
can
you
take
like
risk
closely
in
track
the,
the delta of the call options.
yes.
Okay.
Delta is must. Delta is must. Delta is
Okay. So like for example,
because
in when the bearish trend
that
is
defines, delta defines your risk, na?
absolutely,
Ultimately.
absolutely.
How much you.
Sir, but the pricing, for example, like when the market goes into a downtrend because of the availability, the supply demand gap, the call, sir, like very priced very low compared to the risk they carry. Like even if the delta is high, sometimes the prices are not reflecting the delta value. I think a lot of traders have complained about that, at least in the recent times, because the PCR was also very skewed. And in the last expiry, what happened was like complete short covering. So that again pushed the market like several points up. So during that time, most of the people would be holding huge, higher percentage of call options. Even you would have been holding higher proportion of call options because of the even your RSI values would have suggested the same. So how did you manage the expiry? The just
You on expiry day, my rule of thumb is I never keep my expiry position after 12:30 p.m. Most
okay,
probably, I will close my position after 1 p.m. Because see, after 1 p.m., the role of gamma becomes a big, and to
okay,
play with gamma, it is just like speculation only.
okay,
Because see the delta, 0.15 delta or 0.2 delta in Bank Nifty comes just 200 point away from the at the money strike price. And to change the price of Bank Nifty 200, 300 points in half an hour is a very easy job. So what is your out of money option becomes in the money option very fast after 1 p.m. on expiry day. And if you have taken the option writing position, and if you are out of money, suppose your 20-30 rupee option becomes in the money, then that 20-30 rupee option will become 100 rupees option. So the risk reward ratio is not at all favorable, in my opinion, for option writers to keep their position open after 1 p.m. And majority people make money. Some people trade only on the expiries, so they are master traders. But I generally avoid same expiry position after 1 p.m. After 1 p.m. I start trading in the next expiry.
this is really
So my
very
strike
safer.
again goes. My strike again goes away from the current price.
Okay. And the same premium anyway you can collect. If the market goes in your favor, this 10 rupee premium you can collect even from the next weekly option easily rather than fighting.
Ah,
Ah,
my preferred option writing level is 70-80 rupees in Bank Nifty.
okay.
I always prefer to write 70-80 rupees options. Generally, they are the 0.15, 0.10 delta options generally.
Okay, so much details into this thing. So beginners who are listening, don't worry. Like we will review all this, and I will explain to you about this system at least a little bit. So, what is your proportional kind of allocation, sir? How much into stocks and how much into futures and options? For example, you are handling client money also. So, do you have gold? Do you have stocks? And in addition to trading, so what is the proportion? So, the client money, do you only involve in bank Nifty trading, or you also ask them to invest? Is there any percentage in your mind? And how we as retails can follow some of them?
Means because I have kept my capital in two parts. One part is for investment and one part is for the option trading. For option
Percentage, sir?
trading,
Percentage, any percentage in your mind, sir?
percentage option trading, my capital is around 40% and 60% in investment.
Okay.
And in investment, I have kept my investment in Nifty 200 stocks only. I don't go outside Nifty 200.
And that also you said that you will review only that in every weekend you will just review to see the
Yes,
trend.
yes,
And
yes.
yeah. So it is a,
That is my fixed criteria. It is based on weekly and monthly RSI. No change in that criteria. Weekly RSI should be above monthly RSI. Weekly RSI should be above 55 or 60, and monthly RSI should be above 50. These are the fixed three criteria. And according to these criteria, whichever stocks comes in my radar, I will buy those stocks. Currently, we have NTPC, ONGC, IOC. These type of these stocks are there in our portfolio.
okay. So no fundamentals, not much technicals, just RSI.
I
Okay.
don't believe in fundamental. What is fundamental? Now, ultimately, whoever is studying the fundamentals, they will generate demand and supply. Na?
Okay.
Those fund managers who are managing the big fund houses, they are the decision makers, or they know better than us about the fundamental part of in each and every company. So they will generate the demand and supply.
And we
Suppose they
can
are
see
liking
what they
some
are
stock.
doing by observing the RSI.
Exactly, their demand and supply will be ultimately reflected in the RSI.
Absolutely. So, okay, that is like very simple way to capture the uh, trend, because it accounts for everything. Even though it appears that you don't do fundamental analysis, it reflects in the price. Like, I think your popular saving, Bhav Bhagwan. So, like,
Bhav
okay,
Bhagwan che.
okay.
And
So,
Bhav, price know everything. Bhav know everything. In Gujarat, everybody believes in this thing.
yeah,
Bhav
yeah.
ne badi khabar.
Absolutely. So that
And
was like,
ultimately, and that's why I have kept my criteria of Nifty 200 stocks only. So in my opinion, if I am sticking to top 200 companies, automatically I will not get any fundamentally poor company in my list, in my portfolio.
so what do you think about overvaluation in Adani stocks? How long will it sustain?
But see, if we go by fundamental analysis, then nobody will be able to hold. Means many people have bought, but very few people would be able to hold the Adani stocks. So only this type of momentum and trend indicator like RSI and ADX will allow you to hold these type of companies. And see, if you don't able to buy or capture this type of trend in a market, then you will not able to generate the alpha.
Absolutely, sir. That is very
See,
true. If we are very biased towards fundamentals, PE and other like parameters, we won't be able to generate the alpha. Our returns will be even less than the index if we get into so much details. That is what I have observed. Initially, I used to just follow
but
the momentum. After I learned fundamental analysis, my returns have decreased.
see, after very few simple example, if you go by pure fundamental analysis, then you will buy HDFC Group more than you will buy the Adani Group. And just compare what is the return of the HDFC Group and what is the return of the Adani Group.
Absolutely. Far apart. So what is your percentage, sir? For example, even if all this like Adani Group stocks, which are like fundamentally like shady, come into your kind of RSI screener, what will be the percentage per share per stock?
My percentage is fixed. Exposure is 3%. I used to keep a portfolio of 30 stocks. In
Okay.
means suppose if I am managing 10 lakh rupees, then per stock the allocation is 30,000 rupees.
Okay. So that again like cuts your risk. There is no way, even if like there is a crash in Adani group of companies, it won't affect you because
It will affect means my exposure is only 3%.
Okay.
And if there is a crash, my RSI will give me the exit signal immediately.
Absolutely, sir. You should definitely write a book. It's like very systematic way to like kind of everything. Whatever we read in like multiple books is accounted for in your system, like the position
No.
sizing, risk, delta. Then again, how to like adjust your strategy according to the market structure, market duration. Then again, like the skewed, like the risk, additional risk inputs versus calls, everything has been like kind of accounted into your system. That is why you are able to generate the alpha, that too for like years together. It's not like one season or one trend, like over time. That's like very
Thank you. I,
sophisticated
I, I,
insights, sir.
I will, you will need to help me. You will need to help me to write the book.
Definitely, sir. Like I have kind of like listened word by word like most of your lectures. So maybe manuscript like I will arrange. Then we can like compile a good book, because really like, so whatever I have read in other books also, like somebody who actually practices in the market, there are very few people who will be like able to follow even their own system. That is what like even Dennis says in his the turtle trader.
True.
Even if you have put all your information in the public, but people won't be able to follow, because they will again be greedy towards some new strategy, some new this thing, because they won't understand the nuances of the small details which you have included, because that comes from your deep understanding of position sizing and other things. They will just see it is so simple to look at how will it generate, but they don't know what has gone into your decision making process and those things.
Ex-
That requires like
exactly.
conviction cannot be borrowed unless somebody also like reads and understands why you are doing this 3%, then why you are doing this 15 minutes and other things. Because there are so many like trainers who just modify small, every indicator they modify a little bit and say this is a new system. Java, we go and trade. So but like,
But they are interested in selling training, na?
yeah,
But it is very easy to become a coach than to become a player.
yeah. That is very true, sir. Very true. So great insights. I think we can invite some questions from other members who are listening also. So, sir, have you were you ever tempted to try scalping or other strategies, like for example during these volatile days? No.
No. I mean, because I don't do scalping or any other thing, even not option buying also.
Okay, that's like too much of like self control. Even after seeing, because
Fix.
after so many years you will get a feel of the market, right? So the direction, you would know where it is going to go, but you have like resisted all the temptations to buy or do, because you want something that is consistent and doesn't affect your mental state.
And whenever you try to go out of your system or your fixed rules, then it becomes very difficult to stick to our original system. So we become, means our mind goes in a dilemma whether to focus on option buying or whether to focus on option writing. It is better to remain in one part only, because both criteria are different. Option buying criteria are different, writing criteria are different. And once you focus on the option buying, then you will lose the opportunity in your own segment, that is option writing segment.
Absolutely, sir. This I have gone through after like experimenting, trying, and testing. Then I see, okay, like, because now you would not know whether you should do selling or buying, because both opportunities will
Ex-
be there in front of you, and both will be in completely opposite directions.
and then you will means frequently you will get FOMO feeling, because
Absolutely.
once you see there is option buying opportunity, you don't take that opportunity, and then next time you will have a FOMO feelings. I lost that opportunity, now I should take that opportunity, and that time you will make the losses.
Yeah, because like consistently, if you don't trade a system, then again the probability and everything will go against us.
Exactly, exactly.
That is great. Great, sir. Thank you so much for taking your time after a surgery. Like you have come and you have attended. Like we are really grateful to you. And we'll
Thank you,
take some
thank you.
questions, sir. Please, sir, you were saying something.
Thank you very much. I also enjoyed the conversation, and even if someone have any questions, they can put in the group also, no problem.
Okay, sir. We'll take some live questions. Then after that, you can stay or leave based on your other engagements. So others, if you have any questions, please ask because sir has just done his work and sir would be having other engagements. So we don't want to hold sir for long. So you can ask your questions, then we can continue with other discussions.
Hello.
Yes, sir. You're
Are you
audible,
able to
please.
hear me? Yes, my name is Dr. Mir. First of all, thank you for arranging this discussion with Jignesh, sir. I have been following him on YouTube as well as social media, and I find his videos to be extremely knowledgeable. So thank you, sir, for sharing your
Thank,
insights. I have
thank
one question for you, sir. Being a practitioner and being a busy professional as well, are there some days that you decide not to trade? Or what is your criteria to decide? Do you trade every day, or are there some days that you just switch off the system and do your day job?
No, I don't see charts during the market hours. I have make my mathematical formula that is I have made on the charting atlas, and I see only that numbers only. So it is always, and I don't see those levels on computer or laptop. I just have only two mobiles for this, and I avoid trading on the Thursday after 1 p.m. So expiry trading is very volatile and very fast decision making process. In other times, we generally get time, so it does not affect in that big way. And most importantly, my wife is also gynecologist, so there is a good support from her. So during trading hours, if there is more volatility, then I will focus more on the market and then on the profession. Because of her support
Okay,
only,
thank you, sir. Thank you,
I'm
sir, for the
able
response.
to do this.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much.
Thank you, thank you, thank you.
So this is very controversial because people want to get the entire juice from options on an expiry day because most of the options will go to zero, and you are following exactly the opposite like approach to avoid the volatility and for more mental peace and sustainability. So like you're basically playing the long term game, like few points and so much
Exactly.
stress. Yeah, absolutely.
I am focused on positional trading only. No intraday means I don't focus on the intraday part, and that's why I have kept minimum 75-minute candle. So I need to take decision 5 times in a day only.
Okay. So do you keep some alarm or something to kind of like monitor that every,
No,
do
no,
you
no,
get
no,
some
no. One
automated alerts?
mobile charting gives the alerts. Charting atlas, it gives the alerts.
Okay.
And my person who is sitting on the terminal, he will immediately call me. I have trained him also according to the RSI levels. So suppose something goes against our system, then he will immediately call me.
That's great. So like you have a proper setup with the employee to monitor and all those things. That is great.
That because now I have almost 150 accounts with me, so it's a huge responsibility.
Okay. How much capital do you manage, sir, if it is okay to share?
I mean, total capital is above 15 crore now total.
Okay, sir. That is great. Like that comes from like the trust and other things also like comes from like your engagement, like outside trading and other things. That is a huge responsibility. And really, it's like great to see somebody from our medical fraternity like shine so like bright in trading and also the best part is you're ready to share those insights with everybody without any reservations. That was like really, really great of you, sir. And any more
But that is a
questions? Yes, sir,
see,
please.
majority people they hide their strategy because and majority trainers charge a big amount to show their strategy. But I think if I can help a few traders by through this social media, and if I can make some people to have some discipline in their trading, and if they can start trading in a systematic way, then this my whole effort of last 2 years will be successful.
Absolutely, sir. It has been like great because there are very few doctors who are actually trading and who are successful. Like yours was like among the initial lectures I found very methodical and very relatable, because from medical profession to be able to relate this weekend screening, then again a larger time frame so that you can manage your work and also your trading. Then
Exactly.
expectation also of returns also should be like decent, not very greedy. So all these things kind of like we could relate to that. Okay, this is something we can do in addition to our regular jobs. So that was really, really great,
Profession.
sir. Others, any questions? Parthiban, Raja Prabhakaran. Raja Prabhakaran strategy is like the most controversial thing I have ever seen, like selling for OTM, like that to one-sided puts and taking it overnight for a week. It's like, okay, everybody has their own risk and reward. So let's listen. Like, what is your interpretation of like Raja Prabhakaran's strategy, sir? Even though like such a skewed risk reward.
Means I will not prefer this type of strategy. I have put my comment once in a group also. The
Yes, sir.
risk reward ratio is not favorable.
Yeah, like that is a basic in before deciding any kind of trading strategy. But I don't know. Everybody has their own way of thinking. The most important thing is they should be
Exactly.
comfortable with what they have chosen.
And he is successful also. So
Yeah, yeah,
maybe our difference of opinion. It is.
yeah. Others, Parthiban.
Srinivas, may I come in? Parthiban. Anyone?
Parthiban, do you have any suggestions, questions, any remarks?
Yeah, I'll just come in and thank you, sir, for sharing your wonderful insights. I have to leave in.
Okay, yes, already left, I guess.
No, I'm here. Just to counter with sir's view on expiry day trading. It's very risky. We cannot actually keep stop loss also. It keeps on hitting again and again. Also, if you gain in 10 trades, one trade will wipe away everything. So this is what I have experienced personally. So it's better to keep away from this one. People can trade, but still it's my own view. And I have one question for Jignesh, sir. Sir, since you have started with saying about Harshad Mehta boom and dot-com bubble and all, how do you compare the current post-COVID boom with those two booms? Is it comparable? At what magnitude is it comparable, or is it nothing in front of those two booms? Can you throw some light on it? Because we don't have any idea. We have just heard about Harshad Mehta boom and the dot-com bubble, but we don't know about those. So can you throw some light on that?
I think current boom is means comparable to 2007, 2008 time. So during 2007 end time, there were a huge speculative rise in the small caps and mid caps. I think we are seeing similar trend currently. So current market looks risky to me, but see, we can't argue with the market. So we have to go with the flow. But definitely our current market structure is, I will consider it is in the risky zone. Purely from an investor point of view.
Yeah, thank you, sir. Thank you.
That was very clear and sharp remarks, sir. Like people would kind of sugarcoat things, but you have said very clearly that people who are buying and holding like without any kind of system, it's very risky at current valuations. Parthiban, I think, got an answer which he was looking for. Now he has confirmation bias. Now he's going to sell all his mid cap and small cap holdings.
No, I'm not holding whatever stock.
I
which
was
is
just joking. I was just joking, Parthiban. You can take it lightly.
No, yeah, that's fine. It's not like I'm just trying to compare. No, it's not. I'm already sitting on cash. I'm not buying even at 15,800. You won't believe. I didn't buy anything on the day when it touched 15,800. But in between, I bought at 16,200, 16,400, and all. But still, the stocks which I feel is in comfortable in my comfort zone only, I'll buy valuations with respect to valuations. I have booked almost 40-50% of my stocks profits have been booked in last year and current this year.
Yeah, so Parthiban shares like very good fundamental picks in our group also. So like his analysis is very good about like overall fundamental analysis is very good. Though he may miss out on momentum, but like that comes from superior skills of like analysis and other things, right, Nasir? Not everybody can spend so much time to analyze the stocks and other things. So, but we all gain from each other's experience and each other's strategies. If there are no more questions, I think we can allow sir to relax after busy surgery and a long conversation.
Can I leave now?
Yes, sir. Like I think if there are no questions, thank you so much for your time, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you,
so
sir.
much.
We'll write a book soon.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much.
Sure.
Sure,
Bye.
sir. Good
Bye to
night,
everyone.
sir. Have a nice day, sir.
Good.
Bye, sir.